Hey everyone, this is Zero Prime and welcome back to another episode of Zero Review, a series in which I look back on the games I played on my channel and I give you my honest thoughts and opinions on said gameplay. And on today's episode I'll be talking about the last of the Dark Souls trilogy and kind of like a final homage to the complete series, and that is Dark Souls 3. Now, not much else can really be, said about that, as it plays the same as Dark Souls 1 and 2. You make a character, pick the classes, either a knight, a mage, make any kind of character that you want. And then you basically go around, you find enemies, you get to a boss, you fight a boss, you die a couple of times to a boss, you learn from that, you kill a boss, you repeat that, and kill more bosses. That's essentially, the From Software's motto. Prepare to die a lot and kill more bosses. So, basically, for Dark Souls 3, this was like the final one, as there's never going to be a Dark Souls 4. Because the story on this one, made it more like a definite answer that, the cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. And at least for the final game in this, it still plays pretty well. That it definitely is one of those. It's definitely one of those games where you may say like, "Oh, the game messed me up and everything." No, when it comes to Dark Souls, when you make a mistake, the game lets you know you made a mistake, and you just learn from it, become better, and then progress more and more. And of course, you may have situations where you may make a lot of progress, but then you may have situations where you feel like you never made that much progress. But that's the beauty of the whole From Software games that they've done in this style, that it gives you that challenge and you have to try to overcome that challenge, and then you feel good about that and you even learn from it, what you did wrong, what you can do to try to be better, and essentially learn from your mistakes. I would even argue that, like Dark Souls and another old From Software games can be essentially like, used in order to teach like life lessons, that in life we're always going to face, challenges that are going to knock us down, beat us up, and all that stuff. But the worst thing you can do is just give up and not, and give up, while you can just get back up, try again and again and again until you manage to succeed in what you're trying to accomplish. In Dark Souls, it teaches you that very well. And also, I kind of like how when they added with the free DLCs to the game, that's like, a final like homage to like the closing thing, especially where it uses like familiar locations from the old other Dark Souls series. And also like some of the challenging boss fights as well. So all in all, I would say that Dark Souls 3 is definitely is a game that wraps up the trilogy very nicely. That you can definitely get angry, frustrated, rage at that, but at the end of the day, you can definitely say you feel good and accomplished with what you have, set out to do. And of course, I still need to play the other From Software games, which is the Demon Soul, Sekiro, and of course the big one of them all up to this point, the Elden Ring. Oh boy, that's going to be a fun thing to do. But in any case, Dark Souls 3 is definitely a fun game to play, especially if you like, Dark Souls 1, 2, and from other software games. You definitely will get an enjoyment out of this one, so in any case, that's all the time I have for this episode, guys. So as usual, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a comment below, subscribe for your update, share this on your Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and all other social medias. And don't forget to hit the like button to help out the channel, and to turn on the notification bell to stay up to date on my channel. And if you guys want to help me out in some shape or form, I do have a Patreon account down below. And as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and have a pleasant day. Bye bye.